Everybody, and welcome back to Investment Honey, where we talk about various crypto projects. Before we begin, I want to let you know that I'm not your financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice on the channel, and I don't even encourage you to invest. But what I'm going to do is share with you my own personal opinion and views on the projects discussed on the channel. So we're looking at Superjeet Pack, and they did have a fair launch, on Pink Sale. So I'll go ahead and I'll go through that with you. So we can see here this was a fair launch. They've got all the badges except for the Docs badge, but either way, they've got the SafeU audit and KYC. As far as the audit's concerned, it did pass with issues, a medium severity issue on the centralization privileges. So that would be the only thing that would give me pause, on this one. But I'll leave you a link as to, just giving you some more information in regards, to what centralization is and why you should always pay attention to it. We also see they've got their KYC. KYC was done through Pink Sale, and we can see that this sale ended, so they were able to raise 80 BNB. Soft cap, on this one was 50 BNB. And let's see here, they've anybody participating, this is the amount of tokens they got per BNB. Total contributors 158. Okay, and then we also have a video here that you can engage with in regards, to the token project. But you guys know we don't play videos on the channel as we explore them. Now we can also see they've got the socials here. This is the newest PDE game on the BSC. Daily prizes for high scores. Level up and unlock characters and weapons. Track down Elon and save Earth from his evil plans. Game live play now. App Store incoming. Staking live at launch. Massive marketing. Budget trending everywhere. Top AMAs and calls. NFT collections. CMC and CG listing. Big buy and first buys competitions in progress. Join the Telegram. Centralized exchange listing incoming. They don't tell us what it is. NFT collection. Don't miss out on the next BSC gem. KYC and audit and SafeU. And all those things are indicated right here. All right, so moving forward, we can also see the soft cap, so that was reiterated here, and liquidity on lock time, so looking at a year. Okay, and then we get the token metrics here, and then 3.56 on the unlocked tokens. If the team happens to come across the video, I'd love to know what they're doing with the unlocked tokens. So I'm going to transition on over to the documentation so we can see here, taking a look at the tokenomics. Okay, so we've got 100 million tokens, okay, on the supply. Let's release that. Yep. So total supply of 100 million tokens, and then 20% is going to go to pre-sale, 15% to liquidity, 20% to game ecosystem, 15% to burn, 15% to staking, 5% to centralized exchange listing, 5% to community rewards, and 5% to the marketing fund. And then on the roadmap, we can see what they've got going on here. Okay, so we can see a number of things already checked off in phase 1, what's already been checked off in phase 2, what's already been checked off, and then looking at phase 3, which is where we're at. I mean, so obviously they've already completed their fair launch on Pink Sale, PDE week 1, CMC and CG listing, staking platform release. Trending on major platforms, partnership announcements, and then an aspirational holder count, which they don't need because everybody wants to grow in holders, market cap, and community members. Centralized exchange listings, which they don't tell us, what tier or what listings they're going after. And then here, another aspirational number that's not necessarily on a roadmap. So moving on over to the main page, we see all the different, links up here in the navigation bar. So they say they're going to launch in a day, just over a day and 5 hours from the time we doing the video. So let's see here, moving forward, we also get the buttons, for SafeU, KYC, and the audit. Then we get an introduction, as to what this is about. It's the newest, play to earn side scrolling game on BSC with daily winners for high scores and fastest times, dodge obstacles. Let's see here, enemies while collecting these Jeet coins to spend on upgrades to your character as well as extra items and weapons. Okay, so moving forward, it says here, play to earn game, rewarding holders with daily and weekly competitions, complete levels and get the highest score possible. So, and I do like their graphics, here on this. Your mission is to track down and eliminate Elon and save the Earth, from his evil plans. But first, you will have to get through his henchmen. So it should be you. All right, and then this is the ecosystem, so PDE games, staking NFTs, okay. All right, and then they got the leaderboard here, and then some buttons, Pink Sale to the Telegram and the leaderboards. So, okay, and that takes us through that. And then here's the video again that we saw on Pink Sale. as seen here, it's the same thing. Okay, so just making you aware of that. All right, and then we get some screens basically, so I think that's kind of cool. They put that there. Tokenomics, so we've already gone through the tokenomics. However, here they look, we're talking about the taxes, 5% tax on buys and sells, and how that's broken down. So it is a low tax token, which we all like, low tax tokens. 1% is going to be going to marketing, 1% to game development, 1% to liquidity, 1% to reflections of the token or of the JC, and then 1%, going to buyback. Okay, so and then we get the roadmap. All right, and what I do like is that just like on the roadmap that we saw here in the in the white paper, we can see they're checking things off, right? Okay, so that is helpful. And here, I think what's nice, even though everything's already checked off, is that they do provide an indication of what has really already been done and what hasn't. Even though this is a check, it's not highlighted. So there is a clear distinction in terms of what has been done and what hasn't been done. And I think that's important to note because we see other projects where everything's checked off, but they don't make that clear distinction like this one does. Okay, so there's consistency between the two roadmaps. What I would like to see is to at least let us know, what's in progress, pending, and ongoing, and whether we're going to get any additional value here, on the roadmap. Since right now, we're basically at the end of the roadmap. So I personally like to see an extension of this roadmap, but there's nothing that indicates that we're going to get one. So that's something that the team could address, should they come across the video. All right, so and then they talk about basically the team. Okay, so but they're not Photodocs, but we do have that KYC. All right, and then the only concerns that I really have on this one, is going to really come down to not really a lot of communication, in regards to their Twitter following that has over 1,300 followers at the time of recording the video, and the audit issues, as well. So beyond that, just keep in mind that they've already done, their pre-sale. They're going to be launching. Now, for me personally, this would be one. It looks interesting, but decentralization does concern me on this one. And, just maybe one of those, cryptos to watch, depending, and just to see on how it goes, post-launch, in terms of what happens on the chart and price action. So thanks so much for watching. That's going to do it for me, in regards to this particular token. And if it's something you're interested in taking a closer look at, as always, do some information gathering, from the community to the white paper. It still has a lot of stuff in there that we didn't really cover. Okay, and then any other content creators that may be talking about it, to decide, on how you want to proceed. Now, as you know, we don't even encourage you to invest in this channel, but if you should find yourself in a position where you feel like you are truly, aware of a lot of the details, my only thing is just make sure that you're proceeding, from an informed position as you consider participating in any crypto project in this market. Thank you so much for watching, and that's going to do it for me on this one. You all enjoy the day.